Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Just in case you're new, my name is Charlie and I normally create what is normal anymore?
But things are already so far removed from normality.
Who even knows? I'm currently in Australia, so I apologise for the extremely loud wildlife. There's literally birds everywhere. Everything is loud here, it's crazy. This behind the scenes is going to be a little bit different with everything that's going on because I've just been feeling so unbelievably overwhelmed with everything.
Coronavirus.
COVID-19.
The coronavirus crisis
Continues to double
Currently infected.
tested positive.
to control the spread.
Ever since I got to Australia, so for the last 2 weeks basically, just been struggling massively with what's going on. So the best way for me to get started is let's start with a little bit of story time. I have only ever had 2 recurring nightmares, and the first one was triggered when I was about 12, I think, and I watched the movie Outbreak.
The animal carries a deadly virus.
Your town is being quarantined.
We got 19 dead. We got 100 more infected. It's spreading like a brush fire.
What are you talking about?
If one of them's got it, then 10 of them have got it now. And if one of them gets out of Cedar Creek, we have a very interesting problem.
The greatest medical crisis of all time.
We can't stop it.
I think it's actually 15, so I don't think I should have watched it. Anyway, it terrified the living daylights out of me. I used to wake up with this uncontrollable fear that the entire world, including me and my parents, were gonna die from a virus. So as you can imagine, what's happening right now is it's genuinely my worst nightmare coming true. The second nightmare was from watching Silence of the Lambs. So basically the only thing that can make this worse right now is if Hannibal Lecter turns up at my front door.
Hello, Clarice.
Anyway, since I've moved to Australia, I've just been feeling really lost, distracted, I can't focus. Basically, it was a big enough move for me as it was, uprooting my entire life, moving to Australia, ready to start a new life, and then all this happened.
We've got some breaking news to bring you. National emergency.
National emergency.
18,500 dead.
Those figures are absolutely huge again.
Another rise in deaths.
Things have been happening really fast. Every morning I wake up and there's new information.
The most drastic limits to our lives that the UK has ever seen in living memory.
New restrictions.
You can only leave your home for very specific reasons.
A stay at home.
Stay at home.
You must stay at home.
Stay at home.
And it's been really overwhelming. My brain it was already at capacity, to be honest, before this happened. And it's just been making me feel really uncreative, which is crazy because we suddenly have all this time to only be creative, if that makes sense. And I've been feeling the opposite. And I guess I just figured that if I've been feeling like that, then there might be other people out there feeling like that. So I thought I would, you know, put it on my channel just in case someone else can relate to it. It's been a little bit too much, just all the headlines, and before anyone starts writing in the comments, don't watch the news, blah, blah, you kind of have to, because you need to stay on top of what's actually going on and what the regulations are and everything like that. Over the past 8 to 10 days, I've just really been struggling to deal with it, and it's only been, I'd say in the past, well, since Monday basically. It's Wednesday today. Since Monday, for the last 2 days, I've actually been able to find some clarity and be able to actually sit down and focus and kind of get on with my work. With everyone being like cooped up in isolation, everyone's been on social media so much more. And everyone has obviously been putting out as much positive content as they can, which is fantastic. There's been so much great stuff out there and everyone's trying to communicate a lot more. But also there's been randomly, I don't know how this really happened, this added pressure to kind of upgrade yourself, to learn new skills, learn a new language.
I don't even have any good skills.
What do you mean?
You know, like nunchuck skills, bow hunting skills, computer hacking skills.
It feels like the entire world is trying to master the art of handstands. It's insane, and I feel a little bit like it hasn't helped me. It's made me feel even more pressure. I don't know why. It just, yeah, it's kind of, I think for the whole of last week when I was trying to get my head around the new situation.
The clock starts on a new phase.
None of us have ever heard a message like it.
But at present, there are just no easy options. The way ahead is hard.
Yeah, all of this, like, take this time to learn how to use Photoshop properly. I'm just like, wow, oh, my brain is already at capacity, and now I have this added pressure that I have to upgrade my skills. And yeah, can anyone else relate to that? If you can, drop it in the comments. You're probably all sat there going, what are you talking about? This is the great time to learn how to paint. Anyway, there's also been some other factors that have come into play over the last week, which have been big life changes, which I can't talk to you about right now, but they will be coming up on my channel soon. So this is probably a good point to actually give you a tiny little update on what is happening on this channel. So the next behind the scenes is actually going to be the story of me and Tom, aka Dundee. The story of how we met and where we're up to right now. Basically, this update video and talking about how I was feeling and the story of me and Tom was supposed to be in one video, but in true Pocket Trailblazer style, it's got completely out of hand, and now it's a full-blown massive story. Mainly because it is a massive story. It's 4 years of such a big adventure that I thought, do you know what? While I've got the time, why don't I just make like the full film effectively? So I feel like my brain sometimes with the ideas it's like a Russian doll. It's like an idea within an idea within an idea, and I can never do anything simply. Everything turns into some sort of epic story. I don't know what's wrong with me. It just happens every time. So I've done this update for you, and then I'm going to be doing the next behind the scenes is going to be the story of me and Tom. Also on my channel, we have some big travel films coming up, which I filmed obviously. One of them was over Christmas and one of them was actually back in September. So I've got a 2-part series from Morocco. I have finished the first half. The first part is done, it's just not, the tech edit isn't done on it, but the story is in place. But the second part is not remotely done yet at all. So I need to get the story kind of lined up with that one first before I can even think about like a release date for that. But that's going to be 2 big films that are coming, and I'm very excited about that. You've probably already seen Carl's film, so if you haven't, go watch that. I'll put it in the description. And then I have another whole massive thing going to be coming onto my channel. It's a retro series. I'm not going to say too much about it right now because it's still kind of part in development. It's weird because I've shot quite a lot of it already. It's based in New York. Basically haven't really put the whole thing together yet and haven't yet. It's not fully designed, so that's going to be coming up in the future, but it's going to be a big one. I'm really, really excited about that, and I've actually been it's been in the planning for I'd say at least 2 years now. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. Well, I'm really excited that I've got my creativity back because there is so much editing to do. But now all we have is time. So this is the time. I'm gonna really try and get my head down and focus and really get these stories out there because yeah, this is the time to do it. Also, for you guys, once you have completed Netflix, which I'm sure you're going to be coming up to pretty soon, you can start on my channel. There is so much still to watch. I have quite a lot of new subscribers, so if you have not started back at the beginning, I really recommend you start with series 1 and series 2 because it's a development of the whole story. My channel is designed like one big travel story basically, and it's also designed to binge watch. Unlike some of the other channels out there, I actually purposely designed to roll these episodes into each other. It's designed to be a whole massive adventure and take you on the journey too. So you have no excuse. You have loads of time. I know you're bored of Netflix already. I'm gonna link them in the description below. Get involved. Drop me some comments. I want your feedback on what you think of the whole series, you know, as a whole. And yeah, just get involved. Grab some snacks, grab a cup of tea. You're gonna need everything because it's a long adventure. Anyway, do all the things you're supposed to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Now more than ever, I really need your support. It really helps me out. So if you're one of those people that just watches and isn't subscribed, please, please, please subscribe to my channel. And just in case you have not seen Outbreak, the movie.
Everybody else back into the houses, we gotta keep them there. We're doing that, Sam. No, we're not doing it because I just drove through 100 people. And if one of them has got it, then 10 of them have got it.
Stay safe and please stay at home if you can. And I will see you next week. Jeez, it's so sunny out here. Oh my goodness. Luckily, just as I finished filming this, a load of dogs started barking from across the street.